How could we define bullying? It's an aggressive behavior of one or group of powerful kids towards an individual with the goal to hurt him or her physically or emotionally. And this abuse tends to repeat. Bullying can be physical, kicking or pushing, verbal, calling names, relational, rumors or exclusion, and cyberbullying, sending hurtful messages. Bullying influences both victim and bully. The victims most likely suffer from depression, eating disorder, thoughts of suicide, sleep problems, academic issues including low test scores. The bullies are at greater risk of smoking and drinking, performing poorly at school, becoming involved in criminal activity, and experiencing psychiatric disorders. The 2014-2015 report of National Center for Education Statistics states that nationwide, 21% of 12-18-year-old students experienced bullying, some almost daily. The 2015 Youth Risk Behavior Surveillance System reveals that nationwide, 20% of students in grades 9 through 12 report being bullied on school property in the 12 months preceding the survey.
I think that the community of Westford, and in particular our Westford Public School System, has done a nice job to work with parents and students to prevent bullying. As many of you are aware that we have a bullying prevention plan that's on the Westford Public Schools website. If any parent feels as though their son or daughter is being bullied, they should contact certainly a school administrator and have those conversations. We are all open. Bullying's tough because today there's a whole different level. Social media is absolutely infiltrating our lives, and it is hard to find that balance with all the different devices that are available. So the level of complexity today is that you can say certain things, hurtful and hateful things, using a device, and it's just not fair. So what I ask is that parents have those conversations. Parents have those conversations with their sons and daughters, letting them know that whatever you put out there, you're leaving that digital footprint. And if you're doing things to bully or demean another student, that's just unacceptable. You wouldn't want it done to your son or daughter. Certainly you should have those conversations with your son or daughter to make sure that they're not doing that to other individuals. Every person on this planet deserves respect. Every single person. And I think social media today, as much as it does so many good things, it really is, it can be very, very negative and can be used in such a negative way to make kids feel bad about themselves. And so, we've heard topics about sexting and so forth, sending inappropriate pictures or sending inappropriate pictures to demean another student and so forth. Again, I caution parents. One example I'm not sure if all parents are familiar with, but if you take a look at your son or daughter's cell phone, and our school resource officer, Jeff Proval, goes over this a lot with our parents at the high school level. If you see two particular apps on your son or daughter's cell phone that are the same, there could be one app that is a real app. The other app is kind of a fake app. It's a facade for some other mechanism that's being used, a different app and so forth. So you get a chance. I know I won't be popular with the students today, and that's okay because my job is to protect our student body. Take a look at the cell phone. Take a look at some of the messages that go back and forth. But the key component is to educate your sons and daughters about the decision making, because that digital footprint today is huge. I know that we look at all of our employees differently today, making sure that they're making good decisions. They can't use their computers for personal reasons and so forth. They need to make sure that their digital footprint is healthy and safe. And I know that colleges and universities today are always scanning the social media to make sure that they're getting the best candidates for their schools and universities. You may have that 4.2 GPA. You may have done everything. But if you send out something that's inappropriate or demeaning or bullying in nature to a person, and that college or university finds out about that, they have another person they can go on to. They can go on to that next person because they're so competitive today. So that digital footprint, do the right thing. That's what we try and teach here at the high school and throughout the entire Westford Public Schools is make good decisions. So again, for me, it's about conversations. I always say to parents in the fall, make time for that Sunday dinner, make time for that conversation, make time to have those discussions about social media and what's going on around the school and bring it back to, is that a good decision, a bad decision? And because those decisions can have long-lasting impacts on your life.
Cyberbullying has spread widely among youth, with 42% reporting that they have been victims, according to a 2010 CBS News report. Approximately 160,000 teens skip school every day because of bullying. 17% of American students report being bullied 2-3 times a month. 1 in 10 students drop out of school because of repeated bullying. 71% of students report incidents of bullying as a problem at their schools. Over 67% of kids think that schools respond poorly to bullying. Adults' help is infrequent. 1 in 4 teachers see nothing wrong with bullying, according to DoSomething.com website.
That teachers, I think, are at the forefront within classrooms to eliminate bullying. And so I encourage teachers, if you hear those things, make sure that you squash those kinds of comments, but then follow up. Make sure that, if you hear something that's derogatory, demeaning to a student, that you follow up with a guidance counselor and administrator so that those comments don't continue. Sometimes just saying enough, that could be considered bullying, is great to stop it right then. But if you don't follow up with that and make sure that the student that's doing the potential bullying is held accountable, then it can continue. And it can become not only in that classroom where the teacher's trying to stop it, but then it can filter out into the greater school community. And that needs to stop.
There's a new way of bullying recently, post-election bullying. Classmates can call kids very hurtful names if they support or don't support new President Donald Trump. It gets worse when teachers back the bullies up. Teachers let the students know their own opinion and thus shut the opponents up. To me, it's wrong. Teachers should bring students together, establishing the example of respecting others' opinion. I personally think school should be neutral to politics. Teachers come to school to teach. Students come to school to learn. Coming back to my talk with Jim Antonelli, Westford Academy principal.
I want to speak to the student body as well, and I think that they have a very, very powerful role in this. Treating others with respect is huge, and so I strongly encourage students to think about how you treat other individuals and reflect upon how you've been treated. Hopefully you've had a good experience throughout your 12 or 13 years, or maybe you're a 9th grader and so forth, and you're just entering high school, that you've had some good experiences. But I think it's really critical that you treat people with respect, respect humanity, respect each other. And if you're not making good decisions, change.
At the end of this video, I'd like to quote Roy Bennett. Be the reason someone smiles. Be the reason someone feels loved and believes in the goodness in people. If everyone tries to treat people the way he or she would like to be treated, there will be less and less bullying.